Today, we're getting a psychic reading from Australia's #1 TikTok medium, Kale O'Donnell. I've got to say, I'm a little bit of a skeptic, but I'm so excited to find out what happens. Let's get started. So today I'm here with TikTok's #1 psychic medium, psychic. What do you want to call yourself?
That's a great question, Katie, because people are sometimes confused. Are you a psychic? Are you a medium? What is a medium? And so a psychic medium is somebody who has two levels of gifting. So a psychic is somebody who is like an umbrella term of an intuitive. And because I put medium on the end, it's somebody who has the gifting to speak to those who have departed. So as a psychic, I can channel the future, I can channel the past, but as a medium, you can also connect in with loved ones.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between a psychic and a medium. So for me, I like to say that in these opportunities, you're basically connecting with a spirit guide. So somebody who's crossed over before you, or an ancestor or something like that from a past life, it could be, that is here to give you some information about what's coming up or what's been happening in the past as well. So basically, a reading is an opportunity for you to hear information that's coming through from the spirit world, and also ask questions if you have any as well.
Okay.
So does that sound good? Are you open to that?
I'm so excited.
I'm excited mainly. Let's break it down. What happened in yours, Katie, that you were kind of like, wow, that's accurate, you wish that you spoke in the moment?
Well, I think what I was most impressed about was like straight away, right off the bat, he was like, you have a spirit guide. Because I've always thought I did. And I always thought it was my nan who passed away in 2008. So I've always been like, oh yes, that's that's who it is. And straight away, he was like, so an older female on your dad's side is here and is your spirit guide, but she's been there for a while. So I was like, straight away, it was all correct.
So I want to let you know first and foremostly who your spirit guide is. This is how I do readings. So there's a female in spirit for you that I understand to be your spirit guide. So she steps forward to speak to me today. I feel as though she is quite an older energy to me. She's been in spirit for quite a while. She's on your father's side. So she's an ancestor from your father's side that steps forward. And she is here to share information about, what's coming up for you and where you've been.
In terms of the spirit guide, I thought it was pretty accurate considering, I've never met my great-grandparents, my mother's side, so I guess that would make sense. He did mention that I probably hadn't met them since my grandmother is still alive. So I thought that was quite interesting, and I'll be interested to sort of ask my nana next time I see her, more about her parents.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a mother in spirit for you that just feels very calming, and I feel like I just slow right down. So she's on your mother's side, that I understand. So a great grandmother or a grandmother on your mother's side that's passed away. So that's your spirit guide. So you wouldn't have met her, you wouldn't have known her, but she's from your mum's side.
He started talking about my relationship, and we've been together such a long time. And that is, I feel like just generally with the pandemic and so much has happened in the last couple of years, that all that future planning for a lot of people has kind of taken a back seat. And that's very prevalent in my life. So it was good to know that there was kind of something to look forward to almost.
This is being brought up perhaps as a timing thing. If you've been praying or you've been speaking to your guides, that there's a time frame coming that this decision you guys have been putting on the back burner, that it could happen. Now, I don't feel like it's anytime soon in terms of this year. I feel like the second half of next year, we start to really talk about this. We start to really consider this to be something that we might want to do.
Mine was, like I said, very positive. I think we started talking about my move to Sydney. He immediately knew, you're not from here, you recently moved, which was accurate. I moved in 2019.
I don't know why when I'm talking about your life, I just feel like it seems new. I don't know why Sydney's feeling new to me. I don't know, did you recently relocate to Sydney, or why do I feel like you've moved here?
In 2019, I moved to Sydney. And then we went into talking about, you met someone here. There's kind of, I don't know if it's a partner, and then that was obviously, I've been with my boyfriend now for 2.5 years. And he said that he got holiday vibes, which I first took as it's just a short trip. It's just there's
the
a
honeymoon
destination.
period.
Yeah. But then when he went into it more about it being in a holiday vibe, ready to step up to the next level, or go to the next level of the cruise ship per se. It's kind of like us in our relationship now, before we go into that next step of living together.
Now, I want to acknowledge the fact that this relationship feels like a holiday to me. I feel like I'm on a holiday in this relationship. I feel that's a positive sign. I feel like they're saying that it feels like we have a lot of options.
And then the New York thing,
Oh yeah,
That was
we've
so
been
exciting.
manifesting.
we
that
have been
hard.
manifesting it. Like, I listened to Taylor Swift, Welcome
Yes,
to New York.
me too.
Like, that's the first thing I thought of when he said that, because we obviously talk about like goals that we have with
Yes.
our content, and that has been something that's like on our like dream list.
Do you have contacts in New York, or do you understand something about a contact in New York? Because there's something about New York is going to reach out to you about something, whether it's in this role. I think it will be in this role. New York has a contact that's going to reach out to your department or wherever you work to do something. So they keep saying New York is reaching out. We keep on hearing from New York about something
Okay.
that happens. So
And like we know people that are now moving to New York.
We do,
That's
and
the
that was
thing.
the other thing. I immediately thought,
When you said you got a contact in New York that's going
Yes.
to reach out,
Yes.
who do we know that's just
Yes.
moving?
yes.
Yeah.
So the fact that we all know someone that's about to move to New York literally like in 2 weeks, plus we've talked about it.
Yeah, and there was that thing out the front of Yahoo that's like win a trip to New York.
That's also what I thought about too.
Wow.
But I wasn't sure, and this is maybe on my mistake, but I wasn't sure how much to sort of like divulge
Yes.
as he spoke. But I did think about the trip. Like, obviously we have a Yahoo office in America. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's one in New York.
Yeah. I think that was the only thing I wanted to change, maybe going back, is I wanted to say more.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like you do get a bit like, do I? Because you did say not to
Yes, not to tell you too
give
much.
too much away.
You don't want to direct it into like a
Yes.
way that
So I-
you're forcing
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried to stay quiet, but that really excited me because it is something that we've
Yeah,
wanted.
I think overall it was such a fun experience.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
experience.
I want to read the book now. It
Definitely.
wasn't even a
Definitely.
promo. I actually really want to.
To be in touch with your own
Yes.
abilities.
Because that's what was so exciting, was he was saying like you can actually kind of like teach yourself to be intuitive.
Yeah.
So who knows? I might be doing the readings next.
Oh god.
I believe it.
I see it in my future, but
You never know.